Thank you for introduction. Dear ladies and gentlemen, this is Hui Huang from Sun Yat-sen University, China. It is my honor to have such a chance to share my study here. Today we will talking about the sex difference in human disease, the mechanism in science and the clinical implications. As we note, many disease is completely different in man and woman. So we are interested in this, and during the last 20 years, our team focused on sex difference in many kinds of human disease, especially in cardiovascular disease. And as we know, the sex disparity is completely different in many disease, and such about the different kind of disease incidents, clinical features, and physiological mechanisms, and also about the response to the different kind of treatment. And first of all, we invest the cardiovascular dysfunctions in different, um, just like the man and woman. And the sex difference is very interesting. And first of all, we're looking at the hormones such as the estrogen. As we know, the hormone played a very important role in regulation of sodium, the potassium, and calcium, and also the energy balance. And this is very important in cardiovascular medicine. And what's more, the epigenetics regulation also is important at the ones in cardiovascular dysfunctions. As we know, the TGF-beta and also some kind of link RNA is, and also the HIF1 alpha is important in the cardiovascular medicine. And when it have some the dysfunction, that will lead to severe cardiovascular dysfunctions. And also, we found the family of steering is important, and they will regulate some kind of the just like the myocardial infarction and the heart rate, and also the cardiac functions. And some kind of DNA damage and PPAR gamma and ROS is downstream regulations. And talking about such as the metabolic disorders, including the diabetes and other disease, and estrogen and other sex hormone regulating the metabolic disorders. And talking about cancer, and we know the different cancer is completely different in men and women. And first of all, the estrogen and other the sex hormones, they will regulate different signaling pathways and gene expressions. And we found some of important inflammation factors such as interleukin 1 alpha and interleukin 6, and the downstream the STA3 is involved. And another interesting disease is autoimmune disease, and it's very frequent in women than men. And we think and estrogen and other sex hormones and sex chromosomes and epigenetic regulation are the main cause of the sex-related autoimmune disease, such as the SLE and other disease. And also, when the people get older and older, the neuron degenerative disease is also different in the man and woman. And we found that the estrogen also are regulating the neuron, the health is important findings. And talking about the vascular disease, and we focus on the vascular cascade because it is important characteristics of vascular aging, and the progress of aging is accompanied by the vascular remodeling, especially vascular calcification. Why we why we interested in the calcification? Because we know a lot of the clinical manifestation is related to vascular calcification, such as the increasing of the vascular stiffness and coronary heart disease, stroke, and a lot of is related to vascular calcification. This is important of vascular calcification because there was no any kind of medicine to reverse this change, and such as we see the people get older and older, and more frequently they will have a chance for vascular calcification. But in the chronic kidney disease, they will suffer from the vascular calcification in early age. And talking about the chronic kidney disease, we note there were more than 840 million patients suffer from the chronic kidney disease. And during the last 30 years, the death rate of CKD continued to increase. So we are thinking about why this kind of disease keep increasing, because we have no any kind of treatment for vascular calcification. With the calcification score increase, and people have more chance for mortality. And so far, in many kind of international guidelines showed there is a lack of effective treatment. So that's why we focus on this disease. It is traditionally believed that the main mechanism of vascular calcification is the disbalance of calcium and phosphate metabolium. But when we use some phosphate binder, it can lower the phosphate concentration in the serum, but cannot revise the vascular calcification. So this is makes us to think about the scientific problem. Is there any mechanism, the new mechanism of arterial calcification in CKD? So we raise a hypothesis. We believe the transdifferentiation of vascular smooth muscle cells is a very important theory of arterial calcification. We see it when we in the normal condition, the contractive vascular smooth muscle cell will change to the osteochrome genetic phenotype that will make more phosphate deposit on the wall of the artery. And in this series, we have published many kind of original article on the Kidney International Circulation, Journal of Clinical Investigation, and also the STTT and the hypertension. And this is the first new epigenetic mechanism of vascular calcification. It's published on JCI 2021, and it's a very important article to leave the ALK-BH1 reduce the calcification in the chronic disease. And also, we published another paper on 2022 circulations, and this is a story about the regulation of vascular calcification about the tryptophan. And also, this is the first article on the amino acid and vascular calcifications. And also, talking about the inflammation, we look at the complement system C58. We found this one can promote vascular calcification. So this will give some new hope of the therapy. Maybe some kind of targeting C5 or C5A receptor can be an effective target to prevent or delay the vascular cascade. This is published on the 2023 on cardiovascular research, and many articles have published, and also this research has been paid attention and recognized by other experts. So this is a 2022 circulation, and the next is JCI on 2022, and also it is the ESI highly cited papers, and about the JCI on 2021. This is a high value and top 100 papers, and also this is the 2022 publication on circulation. That this is selected as the one of the Chinese top 10 cardiovascular best studied and projects, and also we have another publications on 2021, the JMCC, and also it is a high frequency citation paper awards. And in summary, during the last 20 years, we focus on our study on vascular cascade. This is a very important question about the aging, and we have some studied published about the inflammatory hemodynamics, and also the cell biology, epigenetics, and metabolic and aging. So we hope we can bring some new findings to the therapy of the vascular cascade. Thank you all the contribution from our students, and also for the support from the fundings and on the important labs. Thank you very much.